Okay, so tonight we've got Shots Folly by Shotstone. Props to Shotstone for stepping in as a pretty late in the game alternate and getting a course done. So much appreciated. We only ended up with two groups that didn't quite fill out, so not ideal, but much thanks for getting this one in under the wire. So. He didn't really have much for us in terms of notes on the judging form, so I think by now, if you've been watching these, you know the drill. 281 driver, no scout cam, no follow cam, pro difficulty. We're going to play pin 4. So I think with this one, this is the one I'm probably going into the blindest of all these playthroughs. These are always the first time I'm playing these when I do these playthrough streams, but usually I've got I hear things. Maybe I get a peek at the completed course thread. This one I really know just about nothing. I think I saw someone comment on the clubhouse. That's about it. Okay, so very looks like a pretty flat site with sandy waste areas. Kind of a little Carolina sand hills, although perhaps a little flat for that. To be in the sand hills, you got to have hills. But anyway, let's get this thing started. So we're into the wind, so we should have plenty of room to hit a driver here. Looks like the green's kind of a boomerang shape. So you probably got to think about where you want to go depending on where the pin is. This hole kind of reminds me of like a longer version of a hole I played at Winter Park 9 in Florida. It's got like a boomerang green, and you can play down the left side, or you can play into an adjoining fairway to get at the right side. So yeah, clearly this pin is just kind of over the middle of the bunker. Um, Hard to tell if the green's going to help us much. I kind of have a hunch it won't. And we're kind of in between clubs here. Hey Matt, it'll be nice when they're done, but honestly, I kind of need this one tonight. I got so much going on at work. I needed a break. Okay. Yeah, so you got the big hump coming off the bunker. Yeah, this all makes sense. You actually do have a helping slope over the bunker, so that's good. Didn't go too crazy with planting on the waste areas. He was up against the deadline, so he couldn't do like Tanner levels of planting here. And I underplayed that the whole time. You got the dense foliage kind of backfilling the woods there, so you don't see all the open spots. All right, so now we got kind of a second boomerang green. This one's oriented a little differently. Super short hole to this front pin. And we probably don't have the right club either. Okay, so it looks like you... Hmm. Now, I suppose you can't actually putt back there. Um, the green kind of slopes into the rough, which, I'm not in love with. You do have a bunker there. Um, and it's really short, so I mean, so yeah. I think in terms of severity, the green's reasonable. Just kind of going with the wrapping around the bunker on both of the first two greens. Maybe save this for type of thing for later, but I think individually both holes they're good. Yeah, I know. I'm actually doing this late enough that some people can actually come. All right. Huh. Okay, so off to the right there is just woods. This is just kind of the rest of the plot. Nothing wrong with that. And it looks like there's a big lake in the middle there. Okay. We got our first hole with at least a little bit of elevation change. It's downhill 3 feet, but now you can see a little bit more of the tee shot. Yeah, so let's hit it in the. Oh, we cleared the bunker. Nice. Yep, totally meant to take the aggressive line there. Okay. It looks like we've got. Well, this bunker is kind of well in front of the green, so it's a little bit different. But again, you're kind of going with the boomerang concept again. Yeah, I think this feels. It's not quite the same, but it feels like it's got the same vibes as the first green does. I don't think the first green had the kicker slope on the right, but you got like the big bunker in the middle, big mound coming out of the bunker, and then a little bit of a backstop. This one's just more accentuated. All right, nothing like an eagle to jumpstart your round. All right, now we've got. Well, we don't have a boomerang here. We've got water. I commend you for not using the water as a boomerang. I think I've already counted 2 Bay Hill tributes in this contest in these playthroughs. We don't need any more. Okay. So I guess my question is, what do I get for playing close to the water? Do I get a flatter stance? That may be the case. Goodness gracious me, Ben. Okay, yeah. So you must still be you're not in England yet anymore. Gotcha. Okay. So what do we got going on here? Green just kind of wraps around the bunker there a little bit. Looks very open on the left side. I'm curious what you did with the contouring there. Okay, you got some little humps and bumps there. You get that massive red slope that's just going to carry you off into the rough. So, yeah, I'm not really a fan of that because you're just going to have lots of people, like a lot of people who play this hole are just going to have they're just going to have a chip from just off the green going back up the hill to wherever you got the pin. You've got these like little feeder slopes and stuff. I think that that adds interest. I just don't know about the front of the green there. It might work a little better if you had like a catch basin or something in the front instead of heavy rough. I'm not saying you can't have slopes going into rough, but to make it that heavy, that's going to move a lot of balls over there. But yeah, if you just moderate that a little bit, I think it's a good green. Okay, we're back around the lake here. This one's a par 5. We kind of got like a great hazard type concept here. It looks like if you don't go left, you risk running out of room, but you got that bunker to deal with on the left. Let's see if we can carry it. Okay. I think we got to go with the hybrid here. It's gonna take us long, but we don't have the club. All right, we got ourselves another eagle putt. Yep. So shot did not. He was not timid with his green contours, was he? You kind of got a two-tiered green with the lower tier in the back. So you want to be approaching the green from the right, closer to the water, so that makes sense. Oh, I thought I didn't play enough breaks, so I pushed it at the last second intentionally. Oh, we got a centerline tree. That's why Ben tuned in. He saw. Oh, it's not really centerline. It's off in the distance, but I was gonna say Ben saw I was playing this. He knew it had a centerline tree, so that's why he got up at 4 a.m. Okay, so drivable par 4. So the carry is not really in doubt. Presumably, I mean, you got a lot of short grass around there. I'm sure he did something to trick the green up. I'm curious what it is. I'm guessing if you go long, you're dead. That's kind of what all the cool kids are doing now, designing sub 300 yard par fours where if you go long, you're dead. Oh, wow. That was harsh. Ah. You say something about subtle, Maddie? All right, I think I can drop it over in the other fairway there. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Come on. This commercial break brought to you by HB Drop Physics. Hey, Matt. Glad you could be here. Yeah, I think that yeah. I think that's maybe just a little bit severe. But still, we get a working man's par out of this. Hopefully. Yeah, I think you could have toned that down just a tad. But yeah, I mean, if you didn't have as much time to play test, so maybe you couldn't. Ooh, we got a square green. About 230. Can you hear it? See, this is why you play without the follow cam or the scout cam, right? This kind of anticipation when you're playing a course and you see this for the first time. Oh, all right. 50 points off. It's not a beer. I guess it's got a little bit of a depression in the middle there. But yeah, actually this is better than a beer. It's you got it's a long hole, the greens kind of is very concave. Ben will probably whine about puddles, but it's an interesting concept, I think. If you're not in the right bowl, you've got an interesting putt. I believe it's just we just call that a punch bowl. I guess well, yeah, if you want to call that middle thing a swale, sure. I figure I have enough annoying design hobby horses, Ben. I'll let you have the green puddles. Well, that would have been a pretty epic birdie, but we didn't get it. Well, look, the soil. Look how sandy the soil is. It's going to drain. It's fine. Okay, now we've got the random hole up against the border. So it looks like it's kind of tempting me to hit into that little bulge of fairway. I can't make it though. I guess this must be tee manipulated because he wanted the blacks, right? Yep. I hadn't noticed that this was tee manipulated. Hmm. Okay. So I think I just gotta. It's into the wind. I can't lay back on this one. See, perfect. See, now here is a kids take notes. Here's a fence. It's delineating the border of the golf course. I think you're gonna run out of room there. Plus, you got the water. You got the water over there. That's you're playing. I think you're playing with fire if you go left. Although it doesn't look like you really get much of an advantage for. Like I played up against the like right up against the fence. I don't think I really gained anything in terms of an advantage. Yeah, I think this is a reasonable green. It looks a little similar to that par three that we played, where you had the fall off in the front, and then you had that little bulge, and then you got the back, like the kicker slope to the outside. Okay. I kind of like I'm kind of digging the size of the pine trees. I know like making them gigantic is kind of tough to pull off, but they kind of look like big Carolina pines. Okay, so we got a sort of a punch bowl that's kind of open on one side, like a leaky punch bowl, if you will. A back right pin looks like it should be fun. But yeah, I think when you hear people talk about options, um, it doesn't mean you have to split the fairway and it's like, oh, can you make this carry over here or that carry over here? It's more about width, and using angles. And I think, in turn, I think this course is doing a fairly good job in terms of width, right? It's about playing the different sides of the fairways, deciding how much risk you're willing to take on. It's not always when people say options, it doesn't mean put a bunker in the middle of the fairway and decide which side you got to play to. Okay, so we kind of got another green with a central bunker, but I think this is the 11th hole, and I think you this is like maybe the third time we've seen that, so I think that's totally reasonable. And you also they seem to be coming at like various distances. Like one was on a par five, one was on a shorter par four. This one's on a long par four. So it's not like it's presenting the exact same question every time. Oh, it's coming back. Using the backstop. Wow, now that's a backstop, folks. Shows you how good I'm playing. I didn't even see that was a tree until I hit the green. All right, this is a pretty weirdly shaped green. It's sitting amidst a sea of short grass. I wonder if this is like a looking at it from the tee. It kind of feels like what is it? Sweetens Cove number 4, number 6. I've never played it, so I don't know. But the one with the giant green. Oh, this one's pretty. This hole's pretty short. Ooh, we almost we knocked that stiff. Okay, I mean I'll give you credit for trying something a little crazy here. I don't think it's a complete a complete whiff. In fact, I think it's pretty interesting. It's just basically you hit the green or you are in a runoff area. Oh, great replay angle, HB. Yeah, get a replay of me picking up the tee. Nice. God damn it. Well, so much for that. It's CGGC. Yeah, maybe. But at least it's on a short par 3. Okay, so now we got a par 5. You got a cool little diagonal hazard cutting in front of the green. I think the colors here work pretty well. You know, they're a little on the muted side, but it looks like you know the I'm get is that I can't tell what the if that's like the if that's light rough texture out in the waist areas. Um, like I think that and then the base terrain it looks like we're probably in steppe theme here. And combined with the trees, I think it looks pretty good. The trees maybe look a tad dark, but I think this works pretty well. Okay, so where are we gonna go with this? We don't really have the firepower to get over that bunker because we're into the wind, so I think we gotta lay back. Yep, and then predictably, if you bail right, you see that red slope there, it's gonna kick you away. I think you could argue that this is the most strategic hole we've played so far. Okay, well, yeah, maybe you have a little more of a backstop than I thought. If you go right, it seems like to some of the pins, going right actually isn't that bad. But like if the pin's kind of on the right side of the green, though, you are kind of it's not very easy coming in from over there. These will be fun greens on 187. Oh, that was pretty pathetic. All right. What do you think, guys? Do I pull the Hovland here and bash it down the left? I'm not sure what kind of angle I get from over there. This pin probably not so great, but I could imagine if the pin's back right. Let's give it a try, just for fun. I'm I'm not missing any trees that are going to block me, are there? I don't think that one's going to be in the way. Well, you got a blind shot off an uphill lie. But this does look like I have a better angle. But we'll have to see what the green looks like. Okay, yeah, not a very good angle. I guess if the pin's back right, yeah, you probably want to go over there, but anywhere else, not so much. But yeah, it's not like you're breaking the hole if you do that though. It's just unconventional, that's all. Okay, how far is that bunker? 298. Okay, we're no way we're getting there. A little in between here. Oh man, that's a pretty interesting little pocket for that pin. So it looks like, yeah, you kind of want to play to like one of the extreme edges of the fairway maybe to not have to deal with a weird bounce off the little mound there. Okay, looks like we got something akin to an Eden green here. Although it's a really short version. And you got the big false front. Another big old backstop. Yeah, I appreciate that he really went for it with these greens in terms of the bold contours everywhere. I think the only green I wasn't really in love with was that drivable par 4. Okay, we've got. I wouldn't really call this a Matt's prize dogleg because it's actually hard to carry the bunker. So, um, yeah, I think we gotta play out left here. And I'm guessing the further left you go, the worse your angle's gonna be. No, I'm afraid this is the only round I'm doing tonight. I've got this is just a break from work. I got more work to do tonight, unfortunately. And I have class at 8 a.m. tomorrow, so good times. All right. So it looks like we kind of got like a little mound we got to hit over coming from this angle. Did we get it there? Oh, we did. Look at that. Well, do we see if HB actually gives us lets us see the shot if I replay it? Yeah, I guess my one critique here, I mean, this green's got plenty of interest in it, obviously. I guess with the pin here, you've got to deal with the false edges. So I think I'd say it's sufficiently punishing if you come in from the extreme left. That it seems that's what you were doing with the way you contoured the left side of the green. Oh, we got to see the ball land. You got a good view of the sky as well. All right, we come down the 18th, downwind par 5, and you got the green kind of nestled among some buildings without a bounds, encroaching. Yeah, I thought about mentioning that, Ben, where it's like it just goes from there's a few places, especially with some of those backboards, where you just got like extreme red to green, and the transition's a little abrupt. Okay, so we got 228 downwind. Let's just see if we can get some run out of this 4-iron. Yeah, we just ran it onto the front edge. We got another punch bowl green here. All right, this is a good safety feature, right? The green's lower, so second shots don't go careening into the people enjoying their lunch. Necessary containment feature. Yeah, I think he learned some things after your playthrough of his Dream Team course. Yeah, -7. We lit that place up. No bogeys, even with a water ball. Yep, absolutely. I mentioned that at the beginning. Really grateful to Shot for getting this one in. He hopped in pretty late in the game, and he mentioned it would be might be kind of iffy, but yeah, I think to submit a course like this is very laudable. And yeah, I think this is absolutely a course of a quality that you might expect to see make the knockout rounds. So we'll see how it stacks up against the rest of Group A. So that'll be it for me tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. Always a pleasure. Take care.